Welcome to another episode on my channel. If you're joining me for the first time,
allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
never mind. Okay, forget about that. That was me just messing around. Okay, so let's get into it. The reason I made this video today, I told you a month ago when I bought the IWM, ticker symbol IWM, the ETF that tracks the Russell 2000. I said I was gonna show you what I've been doing with that. And last week, when I released last week's video, I told you that today I'll show you what has been happening with IWM and how I have been cash flowing IWM, regardless of whether IWM is going up or going down. And if we have the time today, I'm also going to show you the SPXU, which is a leveraged inverse ETF of the S&P 500. I know it's a mouthful, but hey, some of us are pretty good at tongue twisters. So without wasting too much of our time, let's get into it. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, projecting my screen onto yours. And you can see exactly what I see on here. I believe that's what you see on your screen. Now, without wasting much of our time, sorry I had to censor my account number and my total account balance. That's for private use only. All right, you just follow along what I show you for educational purposes. Thank you for joining me, and let's get into it. So as you can see there, this is all the stocks I have in my brokerage. We have IWM, we have KSS calls, we have SH, which is an inverse ETF, and we have the SPXU, which is the 3-time leveraged ETF that tracks the S&P 500. The SH is the inverse ETF of the S&P 500. The SPXU is the leveraged inverse ETF of the S&P 500. That's confusing. Jeez, my brain couldn't catch up with that. If I go to here, that was the last transaction I had. Never mind that. I go to filter options and I go to sold. Basically, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to just scroll through. I'm not going to take the calculator and start adding up, every 2 days for a month. It's going to take too long. But I'm going to scroll through slowly so you can see what I've sold. And then I'll take you to, after filtering that, then I'll filter to the bot. And then I'll show you how much I've spent in the buying. And we subtract the total of what I've sold, not of what I've bought from what I've sold. And that gives us the net profit. Remember, when you sell anything, you make money. When you buy anything, money leaves your pocket. So let's get into it. We're on sold. We go to IWM. And because I only started it anyway, so it's okay to leave it for year till date. I can go to custom month to date, or 1 month or 1 week, but let's just leave it at year to date. Not custom, year to date, like that. There you go. And if you see from March 20th was when I bought it, and you can see all the sold: 35, 23, 23, 5, 39, 26, 8, 24, 26, 17, 27, 29, 30, 20, 46. There's a story behind that 46, all right? And we have time, I'm going to tell you that story. And then 28 and 24. If you add all that together, it's a little over $400 that I made in a month on a $17,450 IWM. Now let's filter back to bought to see how much I've spent buying. So we just seen how much I've made or I've received. Now I'm going to show you how much I've spent on it. So IWM, we leave it at the same year to date. It's going to start off on March 20th as well, because that was when I started it. You see, I bought the 100 shares at 174.5 each, which means I bought it for $17,450. That was how much I paid out of my pocket for that stock. Now you see there, all what I've bought is 1, 1, 3, 6, 3, 9, 16, 4, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. You see 52 there. That 52 corresponds with the other 46 I was telling you about. That there's a story. There's a story linking both of them, and I'll tell you that in a second. And then 2 and 1. If you add all that together, it's about 100 or so, a little over 100 or something like that. And if you do the maths, subtracting all what I've bought from all what I've made, you have 330 or 331. That is how much money I have made from the 17,450 IWM, or the ETF that tracks the Russell 2000. Now, let me quickly tell you about the story of that 46 and 52. So I was working, I was trading, it was trending up and trending down, but it wasn't the market price of the stock was not hitting my strike price. So I was fine doing all this. And on that fateful day, April the 17th, the stock touched my strike price and went past it a little bit. And what would have happened if I didn't do what I did? So I spent 52 euros to buy back that option contract that I sold, and then I sold it immediately for 46 again. All right. So I had a net loss there of about $6, but that was okay, because what would have happened if I didn't do anything was the stock would have been taken away from me. And there was no way I was going to let that stock get taken away. I've been waiting to buy this stuff for almost a year. And finally, when I get it, somebody's going to take it away from me. Oh, hell no! That's not going to happen. So I bought it back, lost $6, but that's fine. Immediately sold it. By the next week, I sold another $20-something contract. So it was a drop in the ocean. It didn't even cause any ripple effect. And that is what risk management is. And understand that every once in a while, the stock is going to go past through the market price of the stock is going to go hit your strike price or go past your strike price, and you need to know exactly what to do. Whether you want to keep the stock or you want it taken away, that's up to you. But that's a strategy that allowed me to keep the stock, and I'm still cash flowing it up till tomorrow. All right, today's Sunday. The last contract I sold expires tomorrow, and from tomorrow I'm going to sell another contract again. This is what is possible. If we have time, let me quickly show you the SPXU. What has been happening with the SPXU? So sold, we're going to do the 1 month period as well. SPXU. And let's just go. Do I go 1 month? Yes, because I bought it later. I didn't buy it on the 20th of March. I bought it later. So as you see, on April 3rd, this is how much I've made on SPXU since April 3rd. 3, 12, 8, 7. If we add that together, this is 15. Now, I'm not a genius at maths, but I believe I'll be able to do this one. So this is 15 plus 8 is 23 plus 7, 30. So I've made a total of 30 euros gross from SPXU. Now let's see how much I've spent on SPXU, and then we can calculate what my profit is. So SPXU, and we're gonna go for 1 month, same thing. And this is how much I've spent on SPXU. So March 31st was the day I bought 100 shares of SPXU at $14.50 each. So 100 shares will be 1,450. So this is how much I've spent on it. 1, 2, 1, 4. $4 is all I've spent on SPXU, and I've made 30. So 30 minus 4, 26. So in a month, I made $26 from SPXU that I paid 1,454. And if we check what's the current price of SPXU, I paid for 1,450. It's currently 1,334. So it has come down by over 100, but that's fine, because the intention is not to sell it. You need to understand that if you're trading in stocks doing my strategy, you can't be panicking when it comes down, okay? Because it will go up again. And I'm not saying SPXU is definitely going to go up now, because it's an inverse ETF. So if the market keeps going up, SPXU will keep coming down. And whenever there's a drop in the market, SPXU will spike. And that's what I'm waiting for. So for now, I just keep cash flowing SPXU. That's fine. The IWM I bought for 174, and as of today, it is 177, as you can see there. So there's an unrealized loss in SPXU, and there's an unrealized gain in IWM. They are not realized yet until I either sell them. Okay, that's only when it becomes either loss or realized loss or realized gain. As for now, it's just monopoly money. Okay, it's moving however it wants. My main objective is capital preservation and cash flow on a periodic basis. So I hope you learned 1 or 2 things from here. Sorry, the sun is getting in my eye. I should have done something about that window, but I couldn't. Sorry about that. So this is all I have to share with you today, and hopefully you caught something important. And hopefully I'll see you again in my next video. If I do, fine. And if I don't, well, there's not much I can do about it. Catch you next time.